These are my note cards. So I'm doing a storytelling speech on my journey with cystic fibrosis, and the theme is resilience. Imagine being told that you now have a disease that you're going to carry with you for the rest of your life, and it shortens your lifespan. Cystic fibrosis is a genetic disease that affects your respiratory system, digestive system, your lungs, and can cause a whole lot of other medical problems. But what they don't tell you about cystic fibrosis is that you now have a red target on your back. You basically can have people now giving you weird stares all the time, making rude comments, along with it consuming you. When I was 5 years old, I was diagnosed with a genetic disease called cystic fibrosis. When I was 5, I really didn't think much of it because I'm just thinking, oh, I'm just a little sick. I didn't think much of it. I remember the first day when we went to my CF hospital. It's like an hour away, and I was flooded with medical staff in my room. It was a nurse, doctors, social workers, nutritionists, and a lot more. I was given a respiratory vest, a nebulizer, and a ton of pills. And that's kind of when it set in for me, like, ooh, maybe this is a little more. Years went on, and I hit 3rd grade, and I think that was the first time somebody was rude to me regarding my CF. I had to wear a mask, the mask we all wore in 2020. I've been wearing since 5 years old, and I had to wear them to school, go shopping, when I want to go to the movies, literally all the time. And so I was wearing my mask, and I took it off, set it down, because I was gonna drink, right? And a boy came over and threw it on the ground. And then he ran away laughing. And I was shocked. I was 8 years old thinking, why would this boy do this, right? Like, I'm normal, I'm just like him, like, what's wrong with him? So shamefully I grabbed it and I put it back on. And then later after that, I had my first hospital stay. I had to get an NG tube, which is where they take a tube that's about like this long, put it up through your nose, down into your stomach, and pump medicine into you. And that was terrifying because I literally thought I was dying. I remember thinking in the hospital, that's when I really sat with the question, why was I given this disease? This makes no sense to me. I shouldn't have to deal with this. I'm like everybody else, right? And later after that, when I was in 5th grade, I was on monkey bars, hanging upside down, so I was pretty vulnerable, couldn't do anything. 2 boys came up to me, went this close into my face, and coughed at me saying, I have CF, and then they ran away, right? And I struggled to get down from the monkey bars because I was upside down, and I just wanted to curl up into a ball and cry. I was so upset, so mad, because these boys were my friends, and why would they say such things? And that's when I made that decision right then and there in 5th grade. I don't want to be different. I want to be like everybody else. I want to be normal, and I wasn't going to talk about my CF anymore. I wasn't going to advocate for it. I was over it, right? So I felt this way till about junior year. Junior year in high school hit, and I was on TikTok, and I was scrolling, and there was this girl who came from my For You page, and immediately I was drawn to her appearance. She looked really healthy. She was a year older than me, fun, smiley, bubbly, and she was talking about her cystic fibrosis. And I was shocked. I couldn't believe that she was embarrassed. I couldn't believe she actually wanted to talk about this. So I clicked on her profile and I started scrolling. I watched the videos about her and not about her CF, and I was so intrigued. And I heard her talk about how the reason she wants to put light on it is to kind of help younger kids with CF, and that really sat with me. And so right then and there, I made the decision that I want to get back into advocating, and I want to talk about it because I wasn't bound by my CF. And so last May, I did this walk, this fundraiser for CF, and there's this little girl there, and her mom ended up texting my mom later that day saying she was so inspired by me. She couldn't believe I was like a normal teenager and still at CF, and I wanted to cry because I saw myself in that little girl so much. And then my mom had always told me that my attitude is my choice, so always choose to have a good one. Looking back at it, at my CF, all the rude comments, all the terrible hospital stays, all the trauma, I came to the conclusion that my CF is my blessing in disguise, and I will forever talk about it because I don't want any kid to feel the way that I did. And that is my speech, so.